La Fontaine's Fables, the power of fables. The quality of ambassador. Can she lower herself to vulgar tales? Can I offer my worms and their light graces? If they sometimes dare to take a look of great, will they not be treated by you as reckless? You have a lot of other business. Disentangle that the debates. Rabbit and Weasel. Read them, do not read them. But prevent us from being put, the whole of Europe on its arms. Then 1,000 places of the earth. It comes to us from the enemies. I consent, but that England. Let our two kings get tired of being friends. I can't digest it. Isn't it time for Louis to rest? What else Hercules would finally be weary? To fight this Hydra? And should it oppose a new head with the efforts of his arm? If your mind full of flexibility, by eloquence, and by address, can soften the hearts, and divert that cut, I will sacrifice you 100 sheep, it is much. For a resident of Parnassus. However, give me grace to donate this little incense. Take my heartfelt vows, and the story in verse, which I dedicate to you here. His subject suits you, I will say no more. On the pledges that envy must confess who owe you. You don't want us to press. In Athens once vain and light people, one speaker saw his homeland in danger, ran to the tribune, and of a tyrannical art, wanting to force hearts in a republic. He spoke loudly about the common salvation. He was not listened to, the speaker resorted to these violent figures, who know how to excite the slower souls. He made the dead speak, thundered, said what he could. The wind carried away everything, no one moved. The animal with frivolous heads, being made to these straits, did not deign to listen to him. Everyone looked elsewhere, he saw it stop. To children's fights, and not to his words. What did the haranguer do? He took another turn. Ceres, he began, was traveling one day with the Elon the swallow. A river stops them, and the eel swimming like the flying swallow passed through it early, the assembly at the moment, and cried with one voice, and Ceres, what did she do? What she did, a speedy wrath. The anima first against you. What, from children's tales his people are embarrassed, and the peril that threatens him. He alone among the Greeks neglects the effect. What do you ask what Philippe does? To this reproach the assembly, by the awake epoch, sends to the speaker. A trait of fable had the honor. We are all from Athens at this point, and myself, as I do this morality. If donkey skin were told to me, I would take an extreme pleasure there. The world is old, I believe it is said, however. You have to amuse it like a child.